Hello everyone, this is Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Pull this binder out. I have a few binders that have a lot of oddball stuff in there. And this is mostly, I guess, stuff from the 90s. So I'm just gonna go through it today. You know, it's a nice Sunday, just go through some cards and stuff, see what I got. So I just got autographs in here. These are some of my autographs. Marino, Willie Mays, Joe DiMaggio, here's my Mickey Mantle. You know, in the old days, this is what I used to get autographed at shows. You know, we didn't autograph cards back in the 80s when I was doing these. So Ted Williams, so Bob Feller, there's a Hardaway here. This is, let's see what I got in here. This is Johnny Vandermeer. When I met him, he used to go eat at this restaurant. He used to go eat at this restaurant in Tampa every single day. And I met him there one day. There's Johnny Vandermeer's autograph. Let's see what else I got in there. A whole bunch of oddball stuff, it looks like, in here. Just a bunch of oddball. Let's just pull some of this stuff out and just kind of share some of the stuff I got in here with you. I haven't seen this in a while. That's one of those Hank Aaron posters. I guess this was from the 60s. These are tops from the Tops magazine. Let's go over some of these guys here. Designer card winner. I guess this is designer card back in the day. People would design different cards, send it in, they'd print them in this Tops magazine. Maybe they should try that again. This is a Tops magazine, another one. Replica cards. Another one of these. A bunch of these Tops replica 75s. They do this now again. There's a Mickey Mouse thing in there. These are some Orioles. These are from 1980. Oh, this is I met this lady one time. She was the Treasury secretary, and she was actually was convicted of tax fraud. But I met her one day. I got her to sign the dollar bill with her name there. She was convicted of tax fraud years ago. I kept the article there. Let's see, these are some Marvel cards. This is when Marvel first came out, the premiere edition. These are promotional sheets there. '94 premiere edition. Here's another one, the Spider-Man. It's when they first came out. These are like promotional sheets they did. This is some of my top stuff here. Oh, this is a Joe Montana poster. An Upper Deck advertising poster, Joe Montana from Upper Deck. More promotional cards. These were, I don't know, I think it was Tough Stuff, 1989 magazine. There's a Nolan Ryan back from the 1959 version. Another one. These are from like 1959. They remade these, similar to Topps Heritage. These were similar to the 69. There's the Bo Jackson. There's a nice Ken Griffey Jr. there. I guess maybe you can grade these, I guess. Go around and grade them. People would do that. See what I got in here. These are some stamps, I guess. Just kind of going through some of my stuff that I got, some miscellaneous stuff that I got in here. Kind of share some of the stuff with you guys. These are actual stamps. Check these out, see what's in here. Oh boy, let's see. Oh, these are some autograph tickets, Raleigh Fingers. I don't know who this was. No idea who that is, but somebody's autograph. These are stamps. Let's see what we got in there. These are 29-cent stamps. Got Elvis in there. Buddy Holly, Richie Valens. 1992 Olympic stamps. Just some oddball stamps in here. Here's some more stamps. Dracula. These are cool stamps. Superhero stamps from 2006. It's got the Amazing Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. Pretty cool stamps there. These are Legends of Baseball stamps. Got Christy Mathewson, Ty Cobb, Jackie in there. Walter Johnson, there's a nice Clemente stamp there. Cy Young, Daisy Dean, there's a nice Josh Gibson stamp. Lou Gehrig. These are all pretty cool. I'll put these back in there. The rest of the stuff, some Dolphin stuff. These are Dolphin cheerleaders. We got Dumbo autograph. Some other stuff here, some autograph stuff. Game day collector cards. Let's check these out. Oh, that's a picture of me there. Somebody did that. Pull some of these guys out of here. See what we got in here. These are the, I guess the collector cards are at McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's. You got Dion, Troy Aikman, Barry Sanders, John Elway, Dan Marino in there. Bunch of these. Let's see what we got. We got some more here. These are different ones. Tough Stuff. Upper Deck cards. These are actual cards that they would put in there. Kids would take them out. There's a nice Tom Brady there. I don't know where these are from, but looks like 2007. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre. Got a few more guys in here. These would advertise their cards that were coming out in different years. And here's the baseball ones. David Ortiz, Chase Utley. I wonder what year this is. Probably in the back, it'll say it. Not sure. Oh, December 2006. A few more guys in there. These were all from the magazine. There's a Pedro Martinez in there. 2007. These were early. It's a nice Ken Griffey, Jeter. So these are, those are my set of football posters. I've shown those before. I'm going to pull those out. This is my whole set of the, I'll pull them out. The football posters. These are 1970. Got the whole set of these. I've shown these before. These are pretty nice, pretty cool posters. There's 24 of them. Got all the stars in there. back in I think they're 1970, 71 maybe. Oh, these are the football heroes. And this is the all the football heroes that they did back when they started back in 1990. So this would be the Reggie Jackson, and these are the header cards. And I've got all these little mini sets there, and that's 90, 91, 92, first series, second series, first series, second series, and 93. Football, more football ones. They did basketball. They did hockey. They did the heroes cards. So these are the first card, which is the headers, and they're 9-card sets, and here are the 9 cards. So these were kind of the chase, I guess, back in the day, where they'd put these in some packs, and then you try to put the set. Of course, the chase was the autograph card, which I never pulled one, but these are the chase. So this is the first year that they brought out, and that Reggie autograph would be the first autograph pack inserted card. So this is the Reggie Jackson baseball heroes. And they did the Nolan Ryan baseball heroes. Again, this would be the autograph card, the chase card. And these are cool because they made 9 cards, and you could fit them all in the page. And then you had the header, of course. That's why the header wouldn't fit. A total of 10 cards with the header. They did the Hank Aaron. And all of these, you could get an autograph. One day I'll get those, but those are gotten very expensive. They've always been expensive. There's a Ted Williams Baseball Heroes series. Then you got the Joe Morgan, and these were done in first series, second series, and they're all numbered in the back, and you could see here that it starts, the Reggie starts with card number 1. The Reggie's card number 1, and they continued. Oops, get that out of there. See, the Reggie was card number 1, and then 2 and 3 and so on. And they went on to continue to number those, as you can see. They number this card number 18 of 18. So they continued to number them all until they got to the end. Card number 27, so it would be 9, every year, first series, second series. There's the Ted Williams. And you had Joe Morgan. And this one would be signed by both Morgan and Bench. You can see there that there's already card number 45. And this would be Morgan and Bench. You got Johnny Bench cards here, Joe Morgan, and then Bench and Morgan and Bench and Morgan. Then you had Willie Mays. And these were nice because it showed some of their historic catch, Rookie of the Year, all his achievements, 600 home runs. When he was voted to the Hall of Fame. And again, they were continuously numbered. Now it goes all the way to 54 here. And these were the future heroes. These were players that still were playing. And you had the Bonds in there and the Griffey and people they expected to be in the Hall of Fame. And most of them didn't get into the Hall, except for Juan Gonzalez and McGuire. We know why McGuire didn't get in, but the rest did end up going. And that's the last card there. And again, this was card number 63 now. And then you had the football, and they started first with Joe Montana. And you had all his career achievements in there. And you had Joe Namath. Again, they were also numbered. You can see the numbers back there. Card number 9, and then they continue on. Card number 18, which were the headers, and these were the ones you can get that came autographed. So you had Joe Namath, all his career, and you had the great Walter Payton, Sweetness, and all his career achievement, and they still have the Walter Payton Award now. And unfortunately, he passed away early. But you had all his achievements here. And then the Walter Payton, the last card there. Again, they were all numbered. you know, kind of in a series, so you'd collect the entire set. And I did, and I had them all. And then you had Marino, my favorite player at the time, and all his achievements: 4,000 yards passing, 200 touchdowns, 50,000 yards. And, you know, he was still playing, so it's still counting. These were from 1992. And then you had the basketball. You had some basketball heroes. And they, of course, started with the logo man, Jerry West. Had all his series of basketball heroes. And then you had Wilt Chamberlain. Again, all his achievements, 100-point game. And again, these were randomly inserted, so this is kind of the hit, I guess, you were looking for in that time, because they were short prints. And the set wasn't too hard to put together, but it was a cool little subset, and it was nice putting these together because they fit in one binder page of 9 cards. Then you had the great Larry Bird and all his achievements. So you had basketball, you had football. I should probably put all the basketball together and all the football together. I got them a little bit mixed up there, but I think I do have them together. So they had the basketball, and these came out again, and these came out in the basketball cards. The football came out in the upper deck football cards, and then you had the upper deck hockey came out in the hockey cards. So you buy a box, try to pull these out. This is the Brett Hull. You had him with all his achievements. Of course, you had the Wayne Gretzky, greatest of all time, and all his achievements. And, you know, you always had the autograph version, autograph card there. But, you know, just great stuff. All his things, you know, 4 cups in 5 seasons. The athlete of the decade down here. When he was traded, that's a famous one, when he was traded to LA. Traded to the Kings. Then you had the amazing Gordie Howe, and showed all his achievements. And you know, again, these are all the heroes cards, the hockey heroes. And you also had some other inserts that they would do, some short print inserts, and these are some of the short prints. Everybody knows, again, the Michael Jordan one was a short print. All of these were short print cards. They were marked by short print SP1. And these were all different years, but they would all be SPs, SP1, 3, 4, SP1. I don't have them in order, SP2, I don't have them in all order there, I probably should. But these were all the short print cards that they would have inserted. And this was a nice one here, this short print 3. And they'd have them all in a different, again, all different sports. But these were the short prints back in the day of the early 90s. They had the Tom Selleck and the Yount. Again, the Jordan was the big card, still a big card. And then you had these, which were also Upper Deck Heroes short prints. Again, they were all SP cards. These were called H3 Heroes cards. And the last ones here were the Score, where they had the franchise cards, where they had the Musial, the Mano, and they actually had these autographs, where you can have these autographs, and this would be a triple auto. And again, you know, these you can pull out of packs, autograph cards you can pull out of packs. So kind of some neat stuff. I wanted to share some of these junk wax era stuff that I have in this binder. Just kind of a random binder I pulled out of my stuff. Wanted to just kind of look through it, see what was in there. And I had to go ahead and share some of this stuff in this binder with you guys. So that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. That's me there. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. It's a fun little video, just to kind of share some of the stuff that's in this binder. So thanks for watching, guys. It's Orlando from A Collector's Dream. Have an awesome, awesome day, and I'll catch you on the next one.